Valleycast, 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 Valleycast of the Valley Folk, Valley Folking Cast, the Folking Cast. It's Folking Valley, okay? Valley Folk.
What is this?
In the Valley.
Silicon
Valley. Valleycast. Valleycast.
All right. Cool. That was an intro by 28 Hartnell, user on on the Reddit and on SoundCloud, and it's called Valleycast intro, new intro, which is folking fantastic. Okay.
Honestly, thank you very much, because today is November 1st, and it feels fantastic to have that Christmas tree just riddled
it's
in
Christmas
throughout
now.
there. It feels
Oh yeah,
good. It
the
is
last
Christmas
episode,
now.
you mean?
Yeah.
I feel like Christmas creeps more and more over the entire year.
And you know what? My topic
Sure.
is Christmas creeps. So people come around during Christmas. No, I'm just kidding.
Christmas
Do you know
creeps.
You've ever been attacked by a Christmas creep?
No,
You don't want
They're
to.
real, man.
a Christmas
Yeah,
creep.
man.
You're going to get tinseled real hard.
Yeah, and that's not.
That's the tagline.
It's
That's
not
the
a
tagline.
decoration.
And it's not what you think it is.
No.
Do you know why that guy sent that intro the way
Yeah,
he did?
yes, because
Yeah,
I
man.
asked people to just send us 30 seconds of them saying the Valleycast over and over again. And honestly, you did great.
It was perfect.
You
right?
did great.
Literally perfect,
You
except
did
it was
really good.
It was 35 seconds, and I asked for 30. So
Wow.
Okay, so here's the new call out.
did it.
We want
Okay.
another intro
It's
from
okay if
you
it's 35
talented people.
seconds,
It can be
nobody cares.
35 seconds, but halfway through, we want it to go from a cheery major key to a very, very sad minor key.
Yeah, I would love that.
That's what we're going to want for the next
well,
one.
unless they don't know how to do that, because that's not an easy thing to just
Yeah,
tell
just
someone to
Oh,
do.
tell
I believe
someone.
in our audience. They're great.
Okay, well, yes.
talented.
For
They're
those of
way
you
more
that know
talented.
what that is, and even if you look it up, it's hard to know.
Steve's
Don't
gonna
worry
be
about it.
surprised.
Yeah, it's different.
Don't worry about it. But for
Hey.
those of you that do know, we would love to. Thank
And
you.
also, for those of you that don't know, welcome to the Valleycast.
Yeah,
It
welcome.
is a podcast with the Valley folk, but today we have a special guest, Shayne Topp. Hello.
Hi, Shayne Topp.
Yeah, Shayne
Hi.
Topp's here.
Shayne-
Wow.
And we didn't mention that this is Shayne Topp's podcast, Cherry.
This
I've
is his
never done a
first.
podcast.
What?
Or
Can you believe that?
anything like it? I
No
know it's
way.
weird because I'm a white guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think
it does
I'd
feel
have
like,
several by now.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
a little upset you don't.
If you get married, you're going to have at least 7 in your dowry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait
Wait,
a
can you,
minute.
gun
How
to your
can you-
head, off the top of your head, I need you to name 3 podcast fake names that you would have if you had one.
Shane Sane.
Shane Sane, the Shane Train,
Shane Train.
and
Bring the Shane.
blowing balls. I don't
Blowing
know, just
balls.
blowing balls.
What about No Shane, No Gain?
no Shane, no game?
Oh, that one's really good. Is that about your hopes and fears?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
welcome to Talking
I just
Dicks
talk about
with
how I'm
Shayne
scared.
Topp.
Only Dick Talk with Shane. Today's topic is Dick.
Dick.
Straight guys talking about dicks. That's all it is.
Wait a minute.
We're straight.
How long have you lived in Los Angeles?
11 years.
Fuck.
Yeah, 11
I am.
years.
I now I just don't believe you. You
What?
cannot have lived here for 11 years in LA and not been on a podcast.
No,
Not
Shane
been
is
on
on
a
the podcast
podcast.
every day of his life. It's in his apartment.
I was just
and
gonna
he does
say,
it for
like,
the
you
first
had to have at
hour.
least accidentally been on a podcast.
No. Accidentally? No, there was a joke. My
Have you ever-
the writer at SMOSH always wanted me to do a Vine. This is back when Vine was still around.
I've heard
A
of
Vine
it.
where I walk in on Screen Junkies podcast, just vining, just be like, "Yo, what up,
Dude,
how's
that's
it
so
going?"
funny. That's
Yeah.
so fucking funny.
Pop
I
in.
wish I'd have done that.
Wow, I'm so. Is there a reason why? Have you been invited?
I've never been invited to a podcast.
Is that really why no one's
Invite
invited you to a
Shane
podcast?
to your
Yeah,
podcast.
I've just never done one. Never been invited to one. It's not a
Hey, buddy, welcome to Slumming It.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Wow.
Slumming
I mean,
it.
you know, I thought my first one would be like, I don't know, I thought it'd be
More
Good.
special.
really cool, but this is nice. This is nice.
Dude,
no,
it's
this
really
is
hot
this is
in
really
here,
cool.
so-
Yeah, I'm
Like,
so sorry. This is your first
I do.
podcast.
I feel bad. I feel
We
really
don't
bad.
even know what this is.
For those of you who don't know,
we haven't even hit our stride.
we're 42
Am I?
episodes in.
How many guests have you had?
You're like our 5th or 6th guest.
Okay.
I don't know about fifth. Maybe,
yeah, man.
maybe fifth.
Oh
You're
yeah,
right,
I
you're
could
right.
rattle them off. Shayne is visiting us from ABC's The Goldbergs, as well as ABC's SMOSH.com.
ABC's
And
YouTube
ABC's The
Smosh.
Valley Folk.
I think your Try Not to Laugh with Us came out today.
It just went up. Yeah, we
Yeah,
did the
man.
weird YouTube premiere thing, which we're going to try over here sometime. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's a fun format. You guys are killing it.
It's really great. Yeah, we had to cut out a lot.
Oh my God.
Including...
So this is your first podcast, huh?
Oh wow. I'm sorry, Shayne.
Yeah,
What's that like?
it's weird.
Wow.
I don't know, it's like a little confusing, but I feel like I'm becoming stronger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether to be scared or sad.
Now, do you think it has something to do with your personality or your looks that you weren't invited on any podcast?
Oh, you do not berate.
Don't worry, the 5 or 6 guests before you got this.
Anytime I talk, you just makes it boost it up.
Just louder and louder as he's shouting at the end.
Well, I guess what it really is that I don't know. I'm not.
So, do you think you'd go on another podcast?
I mean,
He's never gonna go. On
you as
another
a
podcast.
therapist, just sitting there with this right next to you, being like, and so talk about your father. It's
I'm
like,
gonna
well,
help
I
you.
guess-
Wait, what would be a good?
By the end of the time, they're screaming the horrible things in their life.
Wait. I think I'm trying to
And
say.
it works because you get it out.
Yeah.
Get it
Shayne,
out.
I've heard you say a lot today, but the person that I think you want to say the most to is yourself. So why don't you take a moment and say something to yourself?
Well, I guess I'd like to say to myself that I am good enough.
We need that music cue.
He's
He's
Yeah,
talking too much.
Jesus
He's talking too
Christ.
much.
Sorry. Try again. One more
In
time.
threes, you dick.
Okay,
back
say
to one.
give-
Back to
back
one.
to one,
Everybody
back to one. Okay.
Shayne, you've said a lot today, and I appreciate your candor. But it sounds to me that the person you want to say the most to
Oh wow.
is yourself. So why don't you take a second and have a conversation with you?
Well, Shayne,
It's
been
been
strong that you are capable, that you can do this.
Like the fucking therapist is doing.
Housebound.
The therapist is doing that, and just staring at you in the eyes while he blasts it.
All right.
Unaffected.
Yeah.
Completely unaffected.
He's not even in control of it.
But he is
Yeah,
tenting.
it does. It's coming
You
out of
have
nowhere.
him tenting the whole time. Just
It's
like,
the next. It's the building next door.
All right, that's 50 minutes, Shayne. Thank you. It's always such a good time with you, but you're gonna have to go. I have another client coming in. But before you leave, what are you gonna do this weekend?
Oh well, I was thinking.
I know. So many people are going to be so violently mad about the level of that sound.
R.I.P.
So many
gonna-
car
they're gonna
stereos
be-
broken from this
We're going to
bit.
get sued. Fact.
That's the thing about dynamic banter. We've
Hi, you
destroyed
bro-
so many speakers.
You broke my Fiat with your joke.
Okay, guys, you know
Someone
what we do
I
here.
actually just got an email from someone who listened to dynamic banter in their study hall in silence, and they were laughing so hard they fell out of their chair, knocked over their desk, the desk next to it, and the chair next to it in total silence, and they
And then it hit a ball on a string that hit a piece of toast that fell
and suddenly Rube Goldberg machine goes off. It's making breakfast for Pee Wee.
Oh, this is weirdly convenient now.
No, she bruised her tailbone and had to sit on one of those donuts.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
From
From
no.
dynamic banter.
Dude, if that was a crazy person, they'd try
Awesome.
suing you right now.
Yeah.
I know. I feel bad.
Don't
I was
say
like,
it. Don't
I was
speak it into
saying we
existence.
should come up with the dynamic banter donut.
Yeah, you really should.
So
For
you
when you
guys-
fall off your chair.
Yeah.
You guys need to have a counter on your wall that says number of podcasts since last accident.
Yeah, you do.
That's
yeah,
what
you
you
really
do.
Incredible.
do.
Incredible.
All right. Well,
okay.
I apologize for being too loud with that.
To all you
music.
people here, to
No,
all
you
the
deserve it.
Shayne fans that are here for the first time, we all come to the table. We have a topic. We talk about it together. Before
Yum.
we get going,
Yum.
I want to give a shout out to Jonathan Fernandez from our Patreon. We do shout outs for our 100 level tier, and he would like us to shout out Will Matthew Rogret.
It's not going to happen.
.tumblr.com, and he helps write jokes for that.
Oh,
for
okay.
that
We're
place.
doing it. Okay.
He
Yeah, man.
has to do it. Do it again. I think you should take 2 on that one.
Oh wait, what
Hardcore.
happened? What I said? Will Matthew Rogret.tumblr.com. We'll put it in the description. You go check it out. He helps write jokes there. It's wholesome entertainment, he says, and it's got a Patreon as well. If you go to patreon.com/Will Matthew Regret.
Yes.
So go check that out. And then we also do a little bit of housekeeping to talk about things that happened the week before, things that we missed on the other podcast.
Oh yeah, we missed something pretty great.
And I forget what that was. But
I'll tell you what it was.
oh, you remember?
Yes.
No.
There's a show called Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
That's the story we forgot. Oh, we have an audience too. This is great.
What's up?
Okay, so at the Rocky Horror Picture Show that I did, the night that Kate and Alana, Kate is our amazing editor / producer / podcast audio person or whatever. I mean, what are you?
Quality human being.
Quality human being.
Quality human being.
Kate, our quality human being.
Shout at her.
She and Alana were.
Kate, stop being so damn great.
They were show virgins at Rocky Horror just to catch Shayne up, and
Okay,
some
so
people
they
who
did
didn't
the
listen.
whole-
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
to go up on stage and pretend to make orgasm sounds
That's
on the
awesome.
microphone, and
It's a
so
real treasure.
She had to do it in front of her bosses.
she had to do it in front of her
great.
bosses.
Oh,
She also
you
didn't know.
probably
She
just-
didn't know that that's what she
Yeah.
was getting into, which
Right.
should have been prefaced.
I've never been to one of those, so I would have to do that.
You would
Yeah,
have to do that as
yeah,
well,
yeah.
yeah, and you wouldn't know, and so then
You
you're
could
No,
have
I
been.
wouldn't know.
You might be
I-
picked randomly though, and maybe not picked at all, because there's a lot of virgins in the audience. It's kind of random. But anyway,
virgins.
so
Podcast version.
so they brought up a number of people, including a man who announced himself. This is how he announced himself. He was up there on stage and he was like, "Anybody seen Drake and Josh?" And the audience is like,
Wait,
"Woo!"
hold up. This guy, context, looks like he's about 55 or 60,
Yeah.
overweight,
Probably
long
is.
gray hair,
Yeah.
out of his element with everybody else in the room. He was sticking out.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Nickelodeon?
100%.
What's it called? Jake and
And he
Josh?
goes-
Drake and Josh.
You guys
Drake and,
watch
okay,
that
hold
show?
on. Yeah, he says, "Do you guys watch Drake and Josh?" And everyone's like, "Woo, yeah!" And he's like, "Well, I play Walter on Drake and Josh.
dad.
He's the dad, I
Yeah.
guess, on
Oh,
Drake and Josh."
God.
And he's like, "Well, I play the dad," and everyone's like, "Woo!" And he's like, "And you're about to hear me come," and then.
And they're like, oh!
And
Standing
everyone's like,
right next to Kate.
Right next to Kate. Wait, he whispered, "Come over here. Come over here. Come back. Come over here.
Not okay.
Over here."
Look, I think Kate's a better guest than me. I'll see you guys.
No,
later.
Come, just right here. Just right here.
We're going to make you tell us your cum stories
Kate
later.
says that the man who plays Walter on Jake and Josh, which his name is Jonathan Goldstein,
was the dad of Drake and Josh.
You're gonna
You're gonna hear me
and
come.
you're gonna hear me come. So what is this before or after? So he whispered in your ear. What did he say?
This was after. Wait,
This is after he made cum
first
sounds?
problem was before he said who he was. When me and Alana asked if we could go like on each other, he got really excited. Oh, okay. Like a little too excited, and so I started inching away
Because
from
normally
him.
he has to pay for that.
Yeah.
And he said, "I'm the dad from Drake and Josh, and I'm really
Yeah,
excited."
and then he does his whole bit.
Does he say that to everybody? I'm the dad from Drake and Josh, and I'd like a Big Mac, and
You're about to hear me come. Now I'll get a number 3.
you're about to hear me order a double-double. Now I'd like a double-double.
the prize was that sparkly dildo.
Yeah.
So he like leaned in my ear, and there's a photo of it, and he goes, "I think I'm gonna get a dildo tonight." And I just like I looked at it back and I said, "You took my fucking childhood, man."
Yeah, so
And
Kate,
he started
so here's
dying.
the context. Kate, you're 17 years old, so you watched Drake and Josh.
Poor Kate.
That's actually too young.
That's too young.
No, yeah, I would have not seen it. No,
I know.
What are you doing?
He was playing
So wait,
one
no,
week.
you said you so, but
Yeah,
you watched
I
that
heard-
show.
yeah, I watched
So
it.
you recognized that
So
man.
that was the
Yeah.
housekeeping. Is that it
Did
was
you
a little
recognize that man right away?
Not until he said he was gonna come, and then looked at me.
Oh my God.
So you didn't,
Wow.
you
All
didn't
right.
recognize him as the dad from Drake and Josh until he announced himself as such.
'Cause I was
So
trying
maybe
to-
he has to do that.
Yeah, because he was cheering for me, so I was kind of going away from him. Like it was just like a creepy 55-year-old. Till I was like,
All right, Kate. Well, thank you, and
you
I'm sorry
ruined your
about that.
career.
He probably
Kate, you
didn't
ruined
know that people
his
would talk
career.
about this on a podcast.
Yeah.
He probably like left that night and was
I
like,
mean,
nobody's
or-
gonna
no, no,
remember
no.
that.
Or he was hoping
It's
for
L.A. He knew it was going to be talked about on a podcast.
I'm the
It's not
dad
even
from
ta-
Drake and Josh, and I'd like a supreme.
I'd like a taco nacho supreme.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll take 2.
I'm the dad from Drake and Josh, and I'd like a size 34 with a 30-inch seam for those jeans.
I'm the dad from Drake and Josh. What's the problem, officer?
Exactly it.
That's great. We're good.
All right. Well, anyway, yes. So that was such
the
a fun
housekeeping.
detail we forgot to
Yeah.
fucking mention
Yeah.
Real
on the
stupid.
last podcast, and we apologize. So
Yeah.
now
So
you have
dumb.
that nugget.
Oh, you're
Anyway,
welcome.
is that all the housekeeping?
I think that's all that's worth
That's all
talking
that's
about.
worth-
Great. Who's the first topic?
Who's
then?
got
Let's
us
just jump
something?
right in.
Anybody got one?
Is it me?
Who's
I
got-
have
Yeah, what you got, girl?
one. Okay. So, hold on. There's a intense siren.
It's been
This is the best joke.
It's banned. Also, how much can we do of the bare knockhead ladies?
I mean, I think we're well under the copywritten amount.
Oh, you think? I thought you were gonna be like, I think we're well over the copywritten time. I was like, oh, that's actually an ancient song.
We're
One week
going
has
to be
been a very.
Oh, it's in the public
It's
domain.
Yeah, it's
public
public
domain
domain.
now.
Yeah,
Totally.
there's
It's
actually an
100
1800s
years.
version.
I used to
It
have.
has been.
7 days since you perceived my eyes. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah. That no, my topic was stalking your exes via social media. I talked to Joe about
You
this
little
in a weird.
scamp.
I'm a scamper damper.
Yeah,
no,
not real life scary stalking, just digital stalking.
digital stalking, which I feel like is the only stalking that
Yeah.
you can do nowadays.
Well, that you-
Well,
right?
there's
It's
the
acceptable.
stalking.
That
I'm
is
the dad
acceptable.
from Drake and Josh, and I'm outside your window.
There's the stocking you hang on the mantle and you put little presents in
Yeah,
for
well,
Christmas.
That one's cute.
Yeah, and then there's the stockings you wear in a pornographic film.
I mean, those
don't
also
have to-
it
it
just
doesn't have to be
hasn't
porn.
have to be porn. It's just those
Can
are
just be
stockings.
stockings.
Yeah.
Why would you wear stockings in a not pornographic film?
Well, if you want to make your legs feel nicer,
Feel
a little bit
warm.
warm.
For what?
If you're
What
going out and
exactly?
shopping firewood
Shopping,
during
or if you're
winter.
a
Shopping
business
firewood
woman?
wearing stockings?
Yes,
And then you're gonna come in and film
Yeah.
yourself having sex.
You've never been to Montana. Also, celery stalking.
Yeah, there's celery.
And what about
stocking.
stocking product in the back seat?
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
back seat? In the back of the back of the
I think we can get more in here. No, one more box. I'm gonna angle it. We're good. No, I think we can. Good God. Yeah. So Instagram stalking. I did it recently.
How many
you
exes
did
do
it
you
recently.
have? Like,
Shayne, fuck you.
because Joe.
It's been
It's beyond. No, I
man.
have a lot. I have a lot of exes in Texas. Actually, no, none in Texas. One in Austin. Just kidding. I have one on.
Oh, so you have an ex in Texas.
Wow.
But no, I have a lot of actual. I dated a lot before I got
Now,
married.
now, what? Like, how long do you need to date someone when it's like that's an ex? You know, does it need to be official? Like,
I have like officially like probably like 6 exes, and they all were probably like a year.
oh
to
wow,
more. Yeah.
wow.
Like I date a lot.
So
I
what
was
do you
a-
have
That's
any-
the
I
opposite
had
of me.
a
Do you have
lot
any
of
do you have any advice for anyone with HPV or AIDS or anything or
slut
do
shaming.
you,
Oh my God.
Dude,
Kate's gonna
Jesus
cut that
Christ.
out.
Jesus Christ.
100%.
What?
Because it's 100%.
guys, we all have HPV.
Hey, remember when you were talking?
but some have more than others.
Some have more than others. And
I'm the
no,
dad
men
from
are
Drake and
worse.
Josh, and I have
dominated.
7 HPV.
Such a monster.
We also all have a herpes some type when you get like a cold sore or something.
You need to do research.
Yeah, I will right now.
Do we all have?
I've got the
herpes?
internet right in front of
Do
me.
we all have herpes? we all have herpes, right?
Do we all have herpes? No, I dated a lot. But also remember that I'm
50%
55
to
year old.
80% of U.S. adults have oral herpes.
That's not everybody, though.
But that's a lot.
That's
Yeah,
half.
but that's
That's
not
potentially
we all
everybody
have
at this
herpes.
table.
okay, that's potentially everyone at this table.
that is.
Out
I'm
of
just
4
gonna-
people.
At least
we're gonna
2.
keep
That's
that
around,
in,
like,
so
at
I'm
least
just
2
gonna
people.
tell
At least 2
everyone to
people.
ridicule you.
Here, let's
Probably-
rock,
probably
paper,
leave.
scissors for who has herpes.
Okay.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Wow.
Shayne has herpes.
Holy crap!
Shayne
I
has
have a
her-
lot of
Wow.
herpes.
Oh my God.
I lost That was
There's
you guys
also,
just Julius
3
Caesared
on
me
1.
into
You got
herpes.
You got scissored into herpes.
There's also another thing here that says 2/3 of the world's population has herpes. That's more than 3.7 billion people under the age of 50.
But that's not.
Herpes
we
is doing
all.
really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been
You should not be allowed a computer. You should never be allowed a computer.
God.
I love that. I love that song.
That
I used to have
replaces
that
the
song
All-Star.
memorized.
Like the All-Star joke was the joke for the longest time.
no,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
got
Yeah.
overplayed.
But that I think you just started a new thing
It's
that I'm very
been-
happy.
Let's
I've
get
been-
it. Let's
It's
go.
been.
I've been doing this for years.
Yeah,
so.
the it's been.
Yeah, it's been.
Yeah. It's a great thing to just drop on people. Sorry,
Anyways,
go ahead.
Naked
Lee.
ladies.
So
Anyways,
stalking
I
exes.
stalking
Yeah,
exes. I
herpes.
dated a lot. That's fine, but you have to remember that I'm 56 years old. So that's
I have
the
a lot
difference.
of my friends date nonstop. Most of my friends are always in a thing. I'm the opposite. I go years without
Yeah,
a thing.
see, and I oddly enough did date a lot. Like I don't know. It was one of those that I was like, man, I wanted to see. Like,
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
But there's there's a couple people where it was like more than 2 years,
Yeah.
or like more than a year. and a
Super
half or
long
something,
term,
super
as
long.
you say.
There's other people that I was with for like 3 months and it didn't.
Well, who
mean
can you
anything.
consider an ex? You think? How
Yeah, 'cause
long?
I feel
How
like
long
3
do you have to
months-
be
I
with
think 3
somebody?
I
months
think
is-
3 months isn't like a
I don't
deep
think that's an
ex.
ex.
No, I don't think that's like a.
I don't consider that because I have a lot of that, and I don't
Yeah.
consider
Wow,
it an
3
ex.
months
consider
isn't an ex.
I don't consider that
I
an
don't.
ex.
I mean,
Wow.
I think it. You know what it is? I think it depends on like the level of severity.
The
I have a guy
emotional
that I dated
baggage
for
that
like,
comes with it.
Yes, I have a
Yeah.
guy that I dated for 6 months that literally like wrecked me. That,
Yeah.
like honestly wrecked me.
guess that's true.
Like totally. That you're
But
just
man,
like.
what if you're dating someone for like a month and it's just like super intense, and then it's over? Is that it? I guess that's an ex.
That's an
I guess
ex.
so. You're measuring
It's
it
a
by
measurement
emotional.
by like emotional, I
Okay,
think,
okay,
attachment.
okay.
Because
I
there's those
respect
that happen. But I'm really amicable with like almost all of them. Like I still talk to a lot of them, and they're still my friends, and like that. There was a couple that absolutely weren't that way, and there was one in particular that like it was horrible. It was the pure devastation when we broke up. Like life shattered, everything like that.
You had to get away.
They write, and like I would have been Diane Keaton in a film. Like it was one of those that you're like, oh no. But and that I think everyone kind of needs to experience
that who
one
you
of those.
stalked?
Listen to this.
100%.
This article says in the end, the most important thing about all of this is that you get over this person that isn't a part of your life. Anymore. And if thinking of them as an ex helps you process the end of the relationship better, then do it.
Why is that on
You know what you are? You're
carlsjr.com?
like
It
the
is on
sad-
carlsjr.com, yeah.
That's weird.
They're like, by the way,
Yeah, I did. I bought enough famous stars to get this advice,
Good
so
for
I thought that was really
you.
nice. Yeah.
double western.
Yeah.
Stars.
Famous.
Who's buying the
stars.
fucking famous star? The famous star is the Whopper of Carl's Jr.
Oh.
That's their like signature burger.
Do you
Even though
remember
the
when they
Western
used to
bacon.
do chicken nuggets in star form? I really
Go
miss
ahead.
that.
Go ahead.
I just want to do something
ahead,
really
buddy.
quick.
You can.
Please let me do this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, of course.
I'm the dad from Drake and Josh, and
It's been
time out, right? But
And I want to fight. It's
dad from
been.
Drake and Josh, and it's been.
All right, this one goes out to that one person sitting in their car in traffic right now going, "Let Lee finish her thought."
Oh,
Lee?
that's very sweet. Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
I
It's
know
been
it. I knew it too.
doesn't
I was
get
like,
old.
why
It
do
doesn't
I?
get old.
Why do I even?
All right, Lee. So you're
No,
stalking
that
the
was-
one
it
that
was-
you got away from because
Sure,
it hurt too much.
But it was also, it wasn't even that. It was literally like, I realized I was friends with one of their friends on Facebook, and they popped up something of them together, and I was like, oh, like it was a really cool thing of like, I haven't thought about this person in a long time. You go like, oh my god, that person still exists. Fuck. And it was more along the lines of, ooh, girl.
I don't know why that happened.
a demon.
Touch your little cable there, will you?
Touch your cable
Like
in
make
the
sure it's tight in there.
morning.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Okay. All right.
we're
That
good
sounds
now.
good.
Okay.
No, quit touching it.
No, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're good.
now.
No.
Apologies.
I forget now what I was
It's
gonna-
been
There it is.
Oh my god. He's got an audience. You're screwed.
I'm fucked. I'm fully fucked.
Lee you saw a shooting star on social media of a former fling, a former ex,
Sure,
a former,
yeah.
and then you went down that.
And then I
hole.
went, and that's the thing that I was more surprised about myself, because I'm not that person. And usually when I was dating, there wasn't that much social media, so I couldn't really do that much. You know, like it wasn't
Yeah.
really, it wasn't so huge. Like
Right.
Delman and I got together before like a lot of online dating things even really happened. So we were always like really grateful about that. But it was
This was
a really
1970.
72.
72.
But and it was a beautiful time.
Yeah, it
the thing I
was.
think I remember the most about
was
the
right after the
70s
Great
was about
War.
the Great War. And it's sorry, 1872. No, but
I happened upon this beautiful handwritten letter by a former fling.
here I was visiting my husband's gravesite.
See, Dettelman came home on one of those horseless carriages.
When was the car invented, Steve? Do me a favor, close your fucking laptop. When was the car invented?
I don't know. Do you know when the fucking car was invented?
Like 190.
It's like super early, 4-1 or something like that.
That's the plane.
The Model T was invented.
In 19.
Guys, we might hit the 18s.
12.
Yeah, it might be the 18s because weren't they cranking things?
Yeah, we're cranking it.
1885.
Holy crap.
So 1885 is when you met Delman.
Yeah. So we met in
That's
1885. It was a great year.
So wait,
It's been
like 300 years?
Oh
I'm gotta quit. I love it.
I'm sorry.
I'm
No,
sorry.
it's hilarious. Anyway, that was what I was more surprised about. It was that I wormholed. So I was
And you
going to ask you
wormholed for
guys
a
if
long
you want.
time.
I did. I wormholed into a weird existence
That's
that
what
I literally
happens, man.
and also
Everybody does it too, right? You don't tell people about it.
No, of course, and that's the
God
thing is you
forbid you tell
don't tell
people
people
about
about how deep you go and how you're like, I saw the hair of a friend of your friend, and then I figured out that it was her hair.
I don't know if we all go that. I don't know if we go that far, but you know.
Okay, all right, really?
Well, here's
Okay.
the thing. So for me, my ex-wife, she never had a Twitter, an Instagram, a Facebook, any of that
Sure,
stuff. She didn't
sure.
like it. She didn't want to use it. So as soon as we were officially
She could
divorced,
be
soon as you
fully
killed
dead.
her.
she disappeared.
Yeah.
I have
'Cause
no
you killed her.
idea.
That was
where
similar.
she
So
went.
that's the
she's
same thing. He
in a river.
didn't have social media as much as I put his body and bones in the river.
Right.
He didn't have social media, so that was the weirder thing is that I couldn't really do that for years.
Yeah, I
And
couldn't
then-
stalk Sarah at all.
at all. Her
So Lee,
name's
let me ask
Sarah.
you. Let me ask you, Lee. When you're
Okay.
wormholing down with let's call him Jonathan Fritz,
Okay,
Um,
good. That's a great name.
and you said you were away from
His
this guy
Jonathan
mentally.
Mitz, I'm terrified.
Oh, see, I'm really good at this. You were away from him mentally and emotionally because you needed to separate because it was traumatic in
Sure.
some ways. But now that
It's
you
just
went
sad.
back, what was the feeling? Because it sounds like it was an extended wormholing. Was it like a roller coaster of sad and nostalgic, or were you happy for him?
I was happy for him. I was like, oh my God, this is working out for you. And like, you always wanted to do like the X, Y, and Z. And that really made me happy. I also was like very confused by a lot of his hair choices. Like, that's really what I kind of got
How many
into
years
is
had
that
it
I was,
been
like,
since you saw him?
7.
Oh, you had a lot of
Oh,
catching up
God.
to do.
Yeah,
So this
I
is
had
a
a lot of. Oh yeah,
long
that's what it was like. A
time.
lot of like, oh my God, and then like,
Holy
oh weird,
crap.
and like, oh no more cat. Like a weird
Holy
journey.
crap.
And so that was what was even more. I surprised myself is what because I normally don't give a shit. I don't think I really even gave a shit. It was more just like watching a reality television show. If that
like a
makes any
book.
sense. Like when you're just like, oh wait, well now. Okay, and then what happened with that?
It's
Because I
also a
know
little
that-
bit of like choose your own adventure because you click on
totally
a picture and you're like,
is.
ooh, who is this and
It
this?
totally
I could,
is.
I could click
You
on
research into
Rebecca,
other
or I
things.
could click on
Yes.
Yeah,
Tiffany.
that happened.
Well, and a weirder thing was that like I realized that like we were in similar places that like literally it was like New York such and such and I was like, ooh, I was in New York then. Like it was very weird things that happened, but it was more along the lines that I've never done that. I've never done the like stalking of an ex thing ever because again, it wasn't my time and you know how much I fucking hate social media on every level and computers. But
Maybe we should cut that part out.
okay, hold on. You believe in the part where you say I have HPV. Leave in
one's
that
true.
part. And leave in that part. Some of us were dating while others were in loveless marriages. It's fine. But
Listen, we can we're running a business here, Lee. God damn it.
I understand.
Joe, do you have exes?
Yeah.
Because you've been married since you were like 17.
No, he was. He
No,
was
he
married
was
since
married
he was
with 12.
17.
You were married?
No, I was not 17. I was 25.
Really?
Oh.
But you were with her since you were 17.
Since I was a young man. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
so, wow, holy crap.
We met in high school. We were high school sweethearts.
crap.
yeah.
So was
Aw.
Elliot Morgan, but
Elliot
they
Morgan, yeah.
both of
Yeah.
them did not last.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's almost like statistically it
now
doesn't
you
work
press
out.
your 1 week. Now you do your like, but wait, if you could give any of us marriage advice, what would it be?
It's been
That's all I can
You
say.
knew.
That's all I can say.
I didn't. So I've been with Heather since I was 24.
It's
But I had dated before, and I've had exes, and I've definitely went down wormholes. I've went down wormholes with. I think exes is an easy, juicy part to go over the conversation, but I do it with friends. Like I'll go with like people that I haven't like
yeah, I didn't
seen.
We
think about
do it
that
in
as
general, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a lot of it is a nostalgic trip for me because I want to.
And you're like, what they're
you
up-
see
what's-
them,
what are
yeah,
they
and
up
it
to?
reminds me of things that I haven't thought about for a long time, and then you compare lives and you just go down it for.
One of
for
my
a while.
exes is a bear wrangler, and I learned that
That's
through a
freaking
friend.
wow.
And I was
You
like,
should not have.
You made a
Here I
mistake,
am.
Lee.
Yeah.
here I
Oh
am
my
making
God.
a full mistake with my
Holy
life.
crap.
Could you imagine coming home to a bear wrangler every day?
So that's what you did to him, huh?
Yup.
You turn him into a bear
rather
right
deal
I
now.
with
need to soak
bears.
myself in bear urine and go fight the bears now.
This is different now.
Ooh, I don't.
Shook him.
Has this
Shook him
happened to
good.
me? It may have happened. Maybe. I don't know. But have you ever done any stalking and then like found a picture of you in their life that they still
No.
have?
Oh,
that's not
no,
happened.
no,
That
no,
has
no.
not
I've never
happened.
gone that deep.
I don't know
That's
if
crazy.
That could. I bet you that's happened. I have shit from college that I
Yeah, I
forgot
bet
put
so
up
many
there
people
all
are-
Well,
the
you guys are
time.
talking about, like exes that you also are no longer friends with.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
well,
you're strangers with.
strangers
you don't.
with,
You maybe
yes.
don't dislike them, but you're
Yeah.
just
But you're not like close anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, which is that's such a weird thing because I only have like one ex, and like how quickly that person becomes a stranger.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't it such a
Yeah.
trip?
No,
it is a
like,
total trip.
It hit me the other day. I was like, wow, for like 3.5 years, that person was like we were
Yeah.
Your
each
world. Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
And then now I'm like, oh, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know that person.
a foreign.
Yeah.
Because in a year you change a lot.
Well, and you do, and you see people change a lot. Like, you know people that do change, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't, like, I could never picture you married now, ever.
Oh,
like, I would
no,
be,
I
it was
will-
like,
yeah.
oh my gosh. Like, well, not married,
how long
just
did
to
that marriage
that
last?
person.
It
I think
lasted
I could
almost
picture
9
you
years.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
like-
like a decent
Yeah.
amount
That's
of
a
time.
lifetime in some weird way.
Yeah, certainly.
Crazy.
Almost 10 years, yeah.
So
Yeah.
how long were you before you married?
So we were together since like 1999 or something like that, or
Holy
Dude,
crap.
that's real.
2000.
That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Like-
isn't that a trip that you're like, oh,
Dude.
and then you go like, oh yeah, that person and I could, I mean, I can't picture you married, just an FYI.
Oh, I don't ever want to be
I
married
know.
ever again.
I still
Yeah,
can't.
It's not going to
Steve's
happen.
gonna have a child at 42. I had a
Damn
dream
it.
about
I keep
it.
saying
Remember?
it, but with that, I
That'd be
will.
cool.
I am
That'd be-
going to
that'd be-
remove
Wouldn't
my.
he
I'm
be
going to have
a
my
good-
penis removed.
He'd be a very
understand?
He'd be a great like
Honestly,
old
if
Do you
dad.
understand me?
commit to
My
non-
penis will be
No,
removed.
You're gonna have a kid. and
No,
you're
I'm
gonna-
not. I am never having a kid. Mark my words. I will never have a child.
I
cannot wait. Google whether or not you're gonna have a child.
Steve is very
Let's
good
see.
with my
The top
kids.
result is
Uh-oh.
I don't know if I'll have kids.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't
see?
know.
That's the beauty of the being an adult and having the choice. You don't have to.
No.
Yeah.
You totally don't have to.
When I'm weirded out when single people say like, oh, I'm gonna have kids and stuff. I'm like, that's weird to say when you're not with someone. Like,
Yeah.
I feel
But
like
it's
having
something
for
you
me
want.
having
It's a
kids.
desire.
Yeah, but it's like I got to meet the right person.
You
The
don't
thing
like
is,
the life
it's such.
planning.
This is the thing. It's such an easy and normal thing to have a kid. It's like the easiest thing in the world to have a kid. If it's
know.
I mean, it is. I mean,
that seems like the opposite of what I've heard from
Yes.
everybody.
He's
mean-
saying it's easy to make a
To
kid
make
with
a
your
It's easy to
genitals.
just
Yes,
it's
it
easy
is.
to have a
To make
baby.
a
yes,
child.
it's
not
easy.
easy to raise.
No.
a person.
It's easy to make a child.
Yes.
If you, it's one of the things that
You
we are
literally
genetically
require
predisposed.
you require zero tools for it.
Yes. As long as
Zero
you have the
things.
correct equipment and the fluids that create said things.
And to be fair,
You gotta Google stuff.
and to be fair, we don't talk about this enough. It's also very easy to just misplace your child as well.
absolutely,
You know?
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just as easy.
Let me do a
I have
Google search
3.
on how many missing children there are.
No.
Okay.
You gotta.
No?
mm-mm,
Okay,
That's
I'll
a
leave that
hard
one
no.
out. All right.
Yeah, we gotta.
But yeah, I mean, it's so easy and it's so normal, and it's like, it's one of the most common human things to have a child. So it's like deciding to not have one is like such
Oh,
a
yeah.
thing. It's
Well,
such a thing.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people want to have a baby. They don't
Yes.
think about everything after that. The same as I think a lot of people want to have a wedding.
Yeah.
But they don't think about
Yeah.
marriage
And how much
I'm like,
how much it'll cost.
just more so how long. Like you're talking about forever. Like,
Yeah.
and a kid is
Yeah.
something that you can't go back on. You can't
No, not at
divorce
all.
that.
Yeah.
You can turn your back on
I mean,
though.
you can
Yeah,
be
and you
an
can abandon
asshole,
them,
But
yeah.
but yeah, like
you could cook them up.
like my niece.
You can
is in-
hide them in a well.
Yeah,
No, I don't think
you can give them to the spirit of the forest.
Yes, you can.
Let them
I'm the dad
to
from
appease the forest.
I'm the dad from Drake and Josh, and I'm here to take your kid.
Great.
You can do that. But
yeah.
I mean, it is a weird. I think it's one of those things that I think men are a little bit reticent to until they reach a certain. I think.
Yeah.
I've noticed that a lot with my like male friends is that they like reach a certain age and they're like, oh, I think I might want to. Like something changes.
Oh, you're
with
talking
women,
kids?
kids.
Still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like in a weird. I think it happens a little bit like there's some developed
that they
thing
want.
of yeah.
Well, it's just like the
know.
little girl thing of like, you know, you have a baby doll. One day you're gonna have a baby. Like there's that
I
whole
was
thing
never
about
that
being
little
a kid.
girl, and that was always same with like wedding stuff when they were just like, "Is this how you pictured your day walking down the aisle?" I was like, "No, I never pictured my day. I can give you my Oscars speech. Like I have 4 versions of it if you want it,
But
but
I think it's.
didn't
I
ever
feel like
picture.
it's. I feel like it's as common to say little girls dream of having a baby and getting married someday as like men don't necessarily feel that way until they get to a certain age.
A lot of that's our cultural.
Yeah,
stuff.
agreed.
I
And it's a
mean,
Western culture.
Look at
Well, and I
look
think
at
it's
the
weird 'cause-
toys that we design for girls. It's
Thank you,
it's immediately.
Shane. Look
Yeah.
at him coming. Also, did you know that almost all people have HPV? In
That is
herpes?
true. Actually, if you
But-
let me look it up here, let's see. HPV.
Most people have
percent-
HPV, but Lee has most of the
percentage.
HPV.
I have most of it.
It
I
says
do.
here, Lee
Hey,
Newton
and
definitely has
hear me
HPV
out,
here
and AIDS.
on humanpapillomavirus.com.
There.
is it? Wait, could you imagine spelling that out every time you had to go to
Humanpapillomavirus.com.
humanpapillomavirus.com?
It is the most common. It's a very common STD, with an estimated 80% of sexually active people
It
contracting
is.
it at some point in their lives.
And also, I would like to just inform everyone, if we're going to make this a tiniest bit educational, is please, there's a vaccine that is very easy for you to get,
Yeah.
and it won't actually ruin your reproductive health later on in life.
But do
And
know
also,
that those
men can be
vaccines,
carriers, so-
Nobody knows really what the long-term effects of those vaccines
I'd
are
like to
yet.
thank Shayne Topp
So-
for being here today. Thank you, Shayne Topp.
Did you know that
Poor
14
Shane.
million, Shayne Topp, our guest, did you know that 14 million new infections occur yearly in the United
Jesus
States?
Christ,
And about
man.
79 million people, men and women, are thought to have an active
People are
HPV
banging.
infection at any given time.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. I'm the
Dad from Drake and Josh.
You thought you'd come here just for laughs? Now you're getting science facts.
But you could also just Google yourself.
So,
yeah, but that's so much work.
so
You're
so
right.
you
Stalking.
How do you even
people?
spell
Anyways.
HPV?
Jesus, Steve.
Well, it's human.
And then
And then Babyloma.
Papilloma.
Babylonia.
Hey, Steve. Any final thoughts on stalking? Do you have any thoughts?
No, I mean, I think it is a pretty common thing,
It is.
especially with social media.
it was a very weird thing. I was just surprised, and that's why I was bringing it up to you guys, because I'd never really been there, and then I literally was like, kind of had a weird like nosebleed, like, oh my god, it's been an hour. I'm like, oh no. So that's why I was like, oh, have you done that? Is that common? And apparently,
I
it is.
personally have. So Bree and I were together for like 3
Yeah.
years, and then we broke up, and then I was just like, oh, we need to be friends again because we were very close for 3
Yeah.
years, and then I reached out to her, and now we're close friends again.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And we're
That is
keeping
really
it super
beautiful.
cool, and it's wonderful. It's awesome. She came over last night and brought a boy over, and I met him, and he's a nice guy, and it was awesome.
Nice.
That's
that makes
cool.
me happy.
Yeah, I love
That's
it.
really cool.
And that's I think that's how I am with most of my exes, but it was just one that in particular that you're like, who are you now?
Yeah, I mean, if I could like find out if my ex-wife is okay, that would be cool.
If she's
I have
alive.
no idea if she's even alive. Yeah.
Wow.
Did you Google it?
No.
Hey, Steve,
Okay.
she's
Just
fine.
Google her name.
I don't think she's Googleable.
No, she's fine, man. Like we talk all the time.
Oh, Joe, that's so
yeah,
nice.
she's good.
Thank
she's,
you.
She's healthy. She likes her job.
Oh,
Is
okay.
she still looking good?
She looks great. She hates Steve, but
Yeah.
it's
That's a lot
Yeah,
of
she
info
does.
that you know.
So
Yeah,
she
we
was
does.
she was
We
not
talk
an
a lot.
industry person.
What is
Yeah.
up with all
Because
this
that's weird.
information?
Not
Oh
an
no, we
industry
just talk.
people.
We're tight. We're cool. It's not
We're
a
in
big
a
deal.
club.
Oh,
No, actually, pretty sure she hated my guts. Okay.
and that's a fact.
And that's a fact.
All right, who's next?
Fun.
Poor Shane.
Oh wait, you want to do a sponsor?
Yeah, let's do a sponsor. I'll do a little read real quick. Hey,
tortured
Steve,
Shane.
what do you know about? Or Steve, I don't care about Steve. Shane, what you know about investing?
I not much.
Ooh, well, guess what?
he is.
I'm gonna help you out here.
I need something.
Shut
that'll
up and
help.
listen. Just
Okay.
shut up for a second.
Jesus.
Gosh, don't talk when I talk to you. Guys, I'd like to introduce you to Robinhood. It's an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, options, and cryptos, all commission-free. Robinhood strives to make financial services work for everyone, not just the wealthy. They're talking about us.
Not
This
just
is
the
too.
wealth, that's
This
us.
music's too
we're
sad.
the not
We're the
we're the not wealthies. It's a non-intimidating way for stock market newcomers like all of us to invest for the first time with true confidence. Simple, intuitive, clear design, and data presented in an easy-to-digest way. I know this because I've used it, and it's actually
That's
really
true.
fun.
You said it was fun.
I do. Elliot and I are in it, and they hit you up with some free stocks when you sign up, and it lets you play. And I've learned by doing, and it's very nice, and it's not intimidated at all, and it's got a nice green tone to the app. Values of the Robinhood app include no commission fees. Other brokerages charge up to $10 for every trade, but Robinhood doesn't charge commission fees. You trade stocks and keep all of your profits. And you know what? That's dope. says this guy who also does it. The design is easy to use. It's easy to understand. It charts and markets data and charts and market data. Place a trade in just 4 taps on your smartphone. Robinhood web platform
Your
also
smartphone.
also lets you view stock collections like the 100 most popular entertainment and social media in curated categories like female CEOs. That's for you, Lee. I know you're interested in that. We've talked about that before.
CEO.
You learn by doing. Learn how to invest as you build your portfolio, discover new stocks, and track favorite companies with personalized news feeds. Custom notifications for price movements so you never miss the right moment to invest.
This is beautiful.
Here's where we hook you up. Robinhood is giving our listeners a free stock like Apple, Ford, or Sprint to help build your portfolio.
Go get your free stock.
I got some Sprints. I got a lot of Sprint, actually. I got a lot of people to sign up for this. I'm rolling in Sprint. Sign up at valley.robinhood.com. That is valley.robinhood.com. Do it today. Help us help you. That's it. Let's move
that's
on.
Beautiful.
It's Ben. Steve, it's Ben?
It has been, yeah.
It's Ben?
Yes, it's been.
It's okay.
That's been enough time. Yes.
It's Ben.
It's been.
So
What,
I'd like
one?
to. So can I do my topic really quick, Joe? Unless you want to do yours.
Only if you hit that stupid "it's been 1 week" button. We were just leaving.
No.
that.
It's I'm not a monkey here. Okay, I'm not here to dance for you guys.
It's Ben?
My topic really quick is actually about Shayne.
Oh, really?
Oh no.
Oh, my God. What?
I
Yeah.
feel like we've gotten him so much. Oh, no. Sorry.
Oh, this
I just
cable
wanna say I'm
sucks.
sorry.
There we go. There.
We gotta
Cable's-
suck
this
cable.
cable's
We gotta
sexist.
suck cable.
It's a shit cable.
This cable's like,
Poor Shayne
we
has
don't
gotten,
need to hear from her.
I feel like Shane's like they yell a lot on it and
No.
then they just
Do you-
cut.
It's
Have
hard.
you watched Smosh?
Yeah, that's fair.
That's all I do.
Yeah,
that is
that's
my
fair.
content.
That is content screaming at friends.
You
Just
develop a
yell.
new kind of headache when you work in that kind of environment.
Oh, yeah.
When it's it's a headache you can't get anywhere else.
I bet I could walk to the other side of this office and scream at the top of my lungs, and you would definitely hear it on here.
Yeah,
For
for
sure.
sure. Yeah. You also learn a different level of screaming too over when you have to yell over many people.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, so my topic's about Shayne. So Shayne,
Okay.
we've hung out
Yes.
many times,
Yes.
and it's always a treat every time we hang out. And
Oh.
you're such a funny boy, and I love your Twitter
God.
account, and I love your tweets, and I love your body and your face.
Thanks. Well, same.
So one day we were all hanging out very late at night.
This was Denny's.
We were at a Denny's. Why were we at a Denny's?
We
Is it
left
a
a
show?
No, it was after your.
Oh, was it my karaoke
your
birthday
karaoke
party?
birthday
Okay,
party.
great.
And so we were all there at 3 a.m.
And we was hungry.
Yeah, very hungry.
And Joe was there, right?
Yeah,
You were
Joe
there.
was there.
And who else was there? Alana
Elliot,
and Elliot
Alana and then me.
and you. And we were all.
I think that was it.
We were in an Uber on the way to a Denny's.
Uh-huh.
And you started telling us a story about your life
Yeah.
in which something insanely traumatic happened to you as a baby. Now, do you know this story,
I
Lee?
don't know this story.
Okay, so our audience, I'm sure, doesn't know this story either. So if you're comfortable,
Oh, I've talked about this before. Yeah, I've talked about this a lot actually. But when I was 18 months old,
Okay.
my family lived in Florida. I had my 2 older brothers. They were like 12 and 14 maybe at this time.
Super
Oh, so
older
you were
brother.
No,
really-
they were like 10 and 12.
Okay.
And then I was, but they're a lot older.
Yeah,
than
those
They're
are
a
like
lot older.
those are like uncle brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is my favorite rapper, Uncle
Yeah,
Brother.
Uncle brother.
It's great.
And then my mom and dad, obviously, and we lived in this house with a pool in the backyard. I don't know what my brothers were doing, but my parents were on the other side of the house. I think they were having an argument over something. Oh, no. And I got out of my baby gate.
Yep.
I got past it, like little 007 baby.
I'm starting to get scared.
Sneaking,
I am
You
too.
know, Ethan Hunt baby.
don't
I
like
get
it.
to the backyard. I'm at the pool. I start throwing rocks in. This is all, we assume this is what happened. And then I fell in. And no, we don't know how much time passed, but I fell face first into the pool, and I'm 18 months old, so I can't swim.
No.
Don't have those life skills yet. Probably my motor functions didn't develop
Your
that
diaper's
well until I was like
soaking it up.
21.
Oh yeah, your diaper's soaked.
Soaked
With
diaper
urine
weighing me
and
down.
chlorine.
Yeah.
I probably could have swam my way out if it wasn't for the
For the
diaper.
soaked
Diaper.
diaper,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's probably what messed me up. But
Yeah.
so my mom says mid argument,
Do you believe
she heard
her?
a man's voice yell my name, and she stops and runs and looks for me, and then finds me in the pool, bobbing up and down on the surface. and I was
Not moving.
Not moving. I know I'm dead. And my dad was getting ready to go to work, so he's in his full fighter jacket, flight suit, because he was in the Air Force still.
Okay, I was hoping he was in the Air Force and not.
He was in his flight suit.
He just
'cause
children's
he's just a
party.
big-
He felt
big
comfy.
fan.
He felt comfy
Big
there.
fan.
No, his dad is the Rocketeer.
No, he was a Maverick impersonator. He'd go to parties.
That's what I'm saying. Children's
Yeah.
parties. Yeah.
He's the dad from Drake and Josh. He jumps in, gets me out, and it's just like doesn't know what to do. He's just holding a dead baby in his hands.
Oh my!
Just like
my God.
and my mom claims she started doing CPR right away. But my brothers later on were like, no, they
it was
panicked.
like 30 minutes.
They
man.
panicked. We all panicked for a while, as you probably would.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
no sane person's gonna be like, "That's my dead child." Well, what are we gonna do about this?
Instant CPR on a baby.
no.
I
Yeah.
don't even know how to CPR.
How do you CPR a baby?
There's a specific
specific way.
CPR.
'Cause those are
you
those
have
are
to
gummy
breathe-
ribs.
You have to breathe into the nose and the mouth
Yeah,
at the
you have
same
to cup
time.
it.
Because the mouth is too small to just do the mouth.
Yeah,
And
and
then
you got to be
remember,
careful
it's
because you can blow up their lungs.
Well, and those ribs are gummy, and
Yeah,
those organs are
everything.
real sensitive.
Yeah.
And you don't want to have a baby.
Oh no, I don't want those
As he's
gummy
like,
ribs anywhere near me. Get those gummy bones away.
Yeah, you're not really fully human until you're like 3. I
The
would
soft
say.
spot
Dude,
scares
or-
me.
Dude,
But
they're bendy for a long time. My son fell off of the monkey bars 2 days ago and landed on his head and jumped up and he's like, "I'm fine."
Yeah, but
That
now
would
he
kill
won't.
any grown man.
Yeah, but now he won't be able to join the military. Something happened. They're like, we've tested him. We don't know what's wrong. He's also really good at the piano all of a sudden. He's a virtuoso.
He'll entertain the troops on the ship.
He'll be USO, yeah.
The ship goes down. It's just him on the piano. Completely sideways, going down. But he's
Boy,
still
the
playing.
way Glenn Miller played.
Remember now the olden days.
Why do I know these songs?
I do love that he knows like vaudevillian.
I'm 19.
So you were a dead 18-month-old
So I'm a dead
baby.
18-month-old baby. So my mom tells my dad to go call 911. My brother was already on the phone with 911. My
job,
dad walks
brother.
in, grabs the phone, hangs it up. Because they're just freaking out. They're all freaking out.
no.
They don't know what
That's
they're
time
doing.
lost.
And then like they dialed again, but my brother was like, yeah. At one point he was telling a story about like how he went out to go like wave down the ambulance, and he like ran down the street as fast as he could to like
To catch up with
to
them.
find the ambulance, whatever. But my
That's
mom
just shock.
my mom started performing CPR, and she says she got me breathing right as the ambulance was arriving. So I mean, that takes a while. Maybe it was before. I don't know all the details, but when they got me, they were like, "It's not looking good."
Oh no, Shane, did you
And,
make it?
And then
We'll find out after this
So-
sponsor.
we'll find out right after. Yeah, it's bad. But then I was alive. I lived, and then they told my parents, "You're not gonna know if there's brain damage until he's in kindergarten."
Oh, I love.
Which means,
so
which I love
insane.
because it means for the first 5-6 years of my life, my parents thought I might be brain damaged.
Everything
so
that you
all
did
my
that was
memories,
dumb?
all my memories from back then, I'm like, oh, they were treating me in a certain way and like
Yes.
looking at and like judging me in a way. Like I would, if I made a drawing and I was like, look what I made, they'd be like, wow,
into
yeah,
everything.
he's got drowned brain.
Yeah.
For sure, a lot of water
Water on the
retention.
brain.
Did they just like when
So
you went to
water
school,
brain.
were they like, now just so you know, this was a drowned boy.
Our boy drowned.
Our boy drowned,
Let
so
us
he might
know
be a
if-
little slow.
Let us know if Poseidon got to him.
No.
That's how you got your powers. Oh my God.
My
This is the
boy,
worst people ever.
my
I'm
my
just
boy
gonna
was
hold it
in
like this.
he was in Davy Jones' basket for a little bit.
Davy Jones basket.
Davy Jones pram.
Basket of David Jones.
But anyways, so it was totally fine. I undamaged, I think. But that night at Denny's, we couldn't stop laughing at the
Because-
idea of me as a little gray baby.
Because at one point you said you were on the pool, like they were holding you, and you were like gray.
Yeah.
You were like
Yeah, I was
colorless.
completely gray. Yeah.
And so suddenly we just started saying, "Well, you were a gray baby."
I was a little gray baby,
Like-
which
like you were-
sounds it just sounds inappropriate.
It sounds like one of those terms, like
Yeah.
It doesn't sound
Is
like a
your son-
1920s
Yeah.
thing, or it's like,
Yeah.
Well, you know, he was a gray baby.
oh, he was a gray
yes,
baby.
for the beginning of part
like
of
a
his
weird
life.
term for a bastard
Yes.
child.
Oh,
like-
your
Yeah.
son has jaundice? Well, mine is a
gray
gray
baby.
baby.
I hear gray babies talk to the mice when they're 3 years old.
Yes. So wait, did you get any side effects like seeing dead people?
Talking to fish.
Not
You
that I mean, not that I know of. My mom says, but I was so young that I'm like, she probably could have put those words into my mouth that I met and knew my great grandfather who died before I was born.
Whoa.
Like I pointed him out in a photo book or something, but I don't know if it was kind of like I'm a skeptic, and
Sure.
my mom was going.
Gray baby.
I picture my
You're a
mom
gray
going through
baby.
like a photo book and being like, "Oh, that's Papa Pat. Do you know him?" And me as 2 years old being like, "Yeah, I know him."
Sure,
Like,
sure.
So
But she
I don't
took
know.
that as a
Wow,
sign.
That was how,
But,
do your 2-year-old again.
He was a gray baby. He was
Yes,
a
Gray
gray
very
baby.
much a gray baby.
Wait, can I rewind just a little bit?
Yeah.
Who was the male voice that said your name?
My mom. It's a different.
Wow.
That's the weird thing, right?
See?
And my mom has other stories. So
That's
That
so cool.
happens.
so
though.
so that in the context of years prior when my mom was in her previous marriage, she woke up one morning, she had a nightmare, and her ex-husband was also a pilot. He flew for Delta.
Oh,
So
your mom's
she's
got it
really
tight.
Yeah,
good.
now
She got
now my dad flies for Southwest. It's weird.
Yeah.
But she wakes up one morning and she goes, "You can't fly today. You can't fly today."
no,
and he goes,
no.
"What?" And she goes, "There's gonna be a crash."
Oh my God.
And,
Oh, wow.
And he's
I love
like,
this
and
kinda
she goes,
stuff.
"There's something wrong with the rings. There's something wrong with the rings." And he goes, "I don't know what you're talking about. I can't not go to work because you had a bad dream." He goes
Which
to
is
work.
something that I would
He goes
say.
to work. She's freaking out, and that's the day the Challenger happens. Yeah.
Wait.
So
What?
So
Eee.
that happened, and they didn't find out months later. It was something to do. I think it
Wow.
had to do something to do with rings or like.
Jesus.
But so that she's always been like, yeah, that's a weird story, and then that voice thing, and I'm like, dude, that's crazy. Because if it had been, I mean, you're talking about a matter of seconds at that point. If it had been a minute later, I probably would have died.
Yeah.
Because
Jesus
with drowning,
Christ.
it's so
It's
quick.
so
Like
quick,
on
yeah.
that day that my mom told me this, on that day that I had that near drowning, 7 other kids in Florida drowned that day.
Oh
Like,
my
it's,
God,
it's
and
such
died?
a common. It's
It's
such
a
a
very
common.
common-
It's so common.
That just gave me goosebumps.
It's so common.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, if you have little kids, you need
Put a
a
gate
gate,
around,
or you just
yeah.
shouldn't have a pool.
Don't have
I mean,
a
it's so
pool.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Sorry, Shane, to interrupt you for a second, but I have to do this. I have to read this this new sponsor really
Oh
quick.
my God. That, right after that.
I got nervous.
Guys, the human papillomavirus, it spreads by sexual contact. Now, some types are preventable by vaccine, and treatment can help, but this condition can't be cured. It's chronic and can last for years or be lifelong and requires a medical diagnosis. Lab tests or imaging are often required, and many people with HPV don't develop any symptoms but can still infect
later
others
down the
through
line.
sexual contact. Lee Newton. All right.
The worst.
Wait, one quick thing to add on this. I didn't know for the longest time. My dad always called me Shayne Bobber. And I never knew why until I was like 13, and then he told me like, yeah, you were bobbing up and down in the pool. I'm like, that is because okay, like I try to think about this. I didn't.
That'd be like my parents calling me Scarheart.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god,
What a cool name, Lee.
Yeah.
I didn't really.
We call her Bum Ticker.
I
Got
didn't,
a bum tick. Little bum tick, come on over, little bum tick. Pitter patter.
Hey, hey, little gonna die. Get over here. Get over here.
Come here, almost died. We
Come
want to
here.
talk to you.
Come on, baby ghost. Come on.
Come here, 15 years off your life. Come here.
Gray baby. Shane Bobber.
I didn't understand the ramification, like the extent of how insane it must have been until I had nieces and a nephew. When I'm like,
yeah.
I'm looking at it when they were 18 months old. I was like, I'm like, if I saw their dead body,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
sure.
would be scarred forever.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I hate it. But I'm like, so all my family experienced that,
Jesus,
and
that's
I
insane.
don't remember it. Thank God, I don't.
Not a thing.
I don't have any trauma. I have the least amount of trauma from
Wow.
that
Yes.
Also,
experience.
if I was your mom and I got my family believing all that premonition stuff and I had examples, I would be utilizing that to my advantage.
Oh,
constantly.
absolutely.
I would be
Yeah.
like, sweetie, I had a dream last night. If you don't rub my feet for 20 minutes,
I think
your son's gonna die.
Hey, sweetheart.
It's just 20 minutes.
I just
it
want
was
you
a
to
dream.
know I had a dream last night, and if you don't empty out the fucking dishwasher, just empty it out, or else something horrible is going to happen. I know I don't have specifics. Empty it out top to bottom.
That's just a threat, I think.
Just yeah.
No, it was a dream. It was a dream. I think I dreamed it last
That
night.
being said, like I love that kind of premonition stuff because I really do.
It's
There's
weird.
parts that you believe in. There's
Sure,
like
sure.
weird.
It's something I can't dispute. And my mom's not someone who makes up stuff. Like
Yeah,
it's and it's
also-
only these two like those instances. Like that's it. It's
I want to
not-
know who the man was that
Who was the
shouted
man that saved your
Shayne.
Yeah.
life, Shayne?
God, I love that
Um,
kind of stuff.
Yeah. So
I mean, I have parts of like heart parts and stuff, and there's weird. I have such vicious deja vu sometimes that it literally is like I've been here.
But
Like, I've been here, I've done this.
I try to be as skeptical as possible, and the psychological explanation for like deja vu is that one eye is processing information like milliseconds before the other eye.
Okay.
So you're having a
And
sense
the other one is you're syncing up with your actual timeline, even though there's multiple timelines across the universe. That maybe you're actually syncing up currently with the timeline that you're
That's-
opposed to
I don't know
be.
why
It's a
he needs the accent. I think that's incredibly
possibility.
intelligent, and I don't think it
Okay,
needs
that's
to be
all.
said
And
that
again,
way.
another thing I'm gonna say is we all seen that Matthew McConaughey movie. Remember when he's talking to Jessica Chastain, but she's also his daughter, but he's also talking to his daughter.
and
at
he's
the same
also-
time.
he becomes books.
Remember he becomes.
You know that when
Remember
he
him
becomes
becomes
books.
books?
That's what's
Okay.
inside the black hole. Is you become
So-
Emily Bronte, and
Okay,
you
that's what
talk
I'm saying.
through
Is there's
dust.
Wuthering Hat pops
My
up.
favorite movie is when Matthew McConaughey becomes books.
That's all I'm
Christopher
trying to
Nolan,
say.
you fucking genius.
Oh God! And all I'm saying is, remember when they made Earth round?
Oh yeah, my goodness.
I loved it.
Well, I do want to say that. Okay, you know what?
I'm
Just
gonna-
don't
You need
touch
to
it.
just
Just
But it's
don't
not
touch it.
Just stop, Lee.
I gotta go.
Wait, before we move on, I have a feeling you're going to do a read here in a second.
Yes, I am.
Just in case that this moment reverberates through time, Shayne, you're welcome. I'm going to save you in the past right now.
You're gonna.
Whoa, you're gonna save him from becoming a
Oh,
gray baby?
Shayne!
Wow, it was Joe's voice.
It was Joe's
Holy-
voice.
It was Joe's voice.
You're
Joe's
welcome.
voice.
Why
You're
did he have to
welcome.
go so low with it? That was
Because he said it was a low man's voice.
No, he said man.
I said a man's voice.
Yeah.
Well, that was obviously man.
I just didn't want it to be confusing once it goes reverberates to the
Can you
past.
do it in a normal
Yeah.
voice at least?
Ooh,
Just-
no, not if we want her to have a premonition.
Hang on, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna make this story even weirder for you, if that's
Yeah,
okay.
what's up?
It might just change the whole dynamic of this story and make it more interesting. You ready for this?
Okay.
Okay. This voice will reverberate into the past. Jamie.
Hear me out.
Do you think if your mom still heard the name Jamie,
No,
she
I
would
think
still
she's-
run out to see
she
what
wouldn't
was?
She would have put that detail in.
But I mean, now what if it
I don't
was
think she
just
would have
that?
run out. I don't think she would have run out to see where I was.
I don't know, Shayne. She said she was doing CPR for a long time, and you found out later that she wasn't.
Ooh, what if
That's
they,
right.
they
So
were
what if
pretty late.
Jamie
Maybe
was
they
also
heard the
a
name
name that
Jamie and they
heard?
were like,
So what's your mom's name? Oh no, you don't have to answer that. That's
Bethelda.
personal. We'll go with Sharon.
Bethelda?
We'll go with Sharon.
okay.
Bethelda.
Sharon! I'm a pilot.
Hello. Look. You guys know that we've talked about Audible, okay? We've talked about Audible constantly. We've talked about
Audible constantly.
speakerphone, okay?
Great baby,
Audible
great,
is an
great
amazing way, a service to listen to an audiobook of your choosing. You can search by title, author, browse categories, New York Times bestsellers, Audible bestsellers, a bunch of different things, okay? I recently purchased a bunch of different books that I really loved. Certain things in McConaughey books. Look, the book recommendations that I recently did was Name of the Wind. It was very beautiful.
It's a great book.
You read it, Shayne?
I've read Name of the Wind.
Well, look, I don't love to read, so I listened to it on
There's a
Audible.
sequel.
To read.
You should read that.
I will. I'll purchase it on Audible.
She doesn't love to read.
Beautiful thing is what would it be like if we all listened a little bit more, huh?
Listen more. Listen more.
For our audience, Audible is offering a free audiobook
Free
when you start a
audio.
30-day trial.
Free
If you want to
audio
listen to it,
book.
Audible has it. Just go to audible.com/Valleycast or text Valleycast to 500 500.
Yeah, baby.
Text 500 500.
Browse their unmatched selection of audio content and start your 30-day trial. Download an audiobook for free and start listening. It's that easy. There's no better place now than Audible. Because Audible members get even more exclusive audio fitness programs, audiobooks, Audible Originals, and more. And now, with Audible Originals, you can experience even more custom content made exclusively for Audible members. Go to audible.com/Valleycast or text Valleycast to 500 500.
Audible.com/Valleycast.
You can listen along with me to Name of the Wind. I'm also
Name of the Wind.
listening to another book called Power of Habit. I haven't gotten into the habit of
Read that
listening
too.
to it
Great
yet.
book.
But
Matthew McConaughey.
go, do it. Get yourself a Matthew McConaughey book.
books.
Lee's gonna kill Steve after the podcast. Open, baby, gonna
How
kill
far are
him.
you in Name of the Wind?
Before
It's a
you
great book.
kill me, Lee, text 500 500
To Valleycast.
to Valleycast.
No, Valleycast to 500 500.
Valleycast to 500 500.
Audible's great.
Shane, what do you got? I want to hit your.
I actually, I didn't really.
You
I mean,
don't
you don't
have
have to. You've talked a lot.
Because
Yeah.
you were talking before,
And we talked about you
Yeah, the
and-
gray
Maybe
baby
It's very
stuff.
intimidating to show up with
Thing
something
to
to talk
do is
about.
Yeah, you
talk
didn't
about
have
the
to.
horribly traumatic thing that happened to him in his past.
Also,
could-
it is really one of those things where it's like, we invited you. You're our guest. How dare we give you work to do?
No,
true.
no,
And
it's fine.
This
It's
is your
totally
first
fine.
podcast ever. We want it to
Ever.
be. We want it to be comfortable for you. We want you to be able to just be conversational, organic. We don't want to force you to do anything you don't want to do.
Yeah, I also want you to be able to parlay this into Shayne's Trains because I'm stoked about you
Trying to
starting
get
that.
Shane's Trains and
going.
Automobiles.
It's
Shane's
just
Trains
well,
and-
it's
And I just watched the movie over and over again.
Did you
Give a
really?
different take every
Oh,
time.
yeah, exactly. Every time.
Be like,
this
"Nah,
is the
this-
part where
yeah."
he realizes that
Once
his
again, John
family's
Candy,
gone.
really good.
It looks like John Candy's trying not to laugh in this scene.
And also, absolutely, when you start to realize it, you do realize that his wife is gone. His whole family's gone. He's alone.
And the movie
on
does
Thanksgiving.
end slightly abruptly. It's an
Yeah.
abrupt ending.
It's an abrupt ending.
And it's just over, folks. It just
It's
ends.
just gone.
Oh, they made it. Okay, great. That whole adventure was just for
I
them
happened
making
to
it.
watch some John Candy flicks recently, and man, what a treasure that guy
Yeah,
was.
Oh,
man,
he's
he was a
hilarious.
full
Just a legend.
treasure.
A legend.
So
So
funny.
good.
He was a gift to this planet.
Yes.
so funny.
Such like
Just a sweet
positive
little
comedy.
angel.
Yeah, positive
And that's kind of
comedy.
rare. That's rare to those people that are just like super like innocent, funny type.
Dude,
They said
I
that-
consider Planes, Trains, and Automobiles a perfect film for this holiday coming up.
Yes,
It's
it
like
is
a good
perfect
November, December
Thanksgiving
movie.
film. It's
Yeah.
a Thanksgiving
Well,
because
it's
it
your
is a
pre-
I don't think I've
Thanksgiving.
seen all of it.
Pre-Chris.
I don't think I've watched the
It's a
whole
pre-Chris, yeah.
Yeah.
Watch it. Dylan
can
and I
watch it in a
recently
couple
just
weeks.
watched it, and we were just
So
like,
good.
it is really good. It also is now that you realize that it does end
an-
abruptly.
such an
You're like,
abrupt
oh,
ending.
Okay,
It's
got
like,
it.
okay,
yeah.
we're over.
Can we have any button on this?
No, it's over.
But
And
it-
fade to black. There.
and fade to black. It's also who directed it? Was it Harold Ramis?
Let's find out.
No,
wasn't.
no, it's
It was
straight
someone
up,
big. It's someone
gotta be a
big.
Hughes
God,
joint.
I think
I'm
it might be
messing it up.
Hughes.
It's a Hughes
It is
joint.
Hughes.
I think it is
It's
Hughes.
fully Hughes.
Yeah,
I don't know
John
why I
Hughes.
said
It's
it
John
Ramis.
Hughes.
Howard Hughes.
Howard Hughes.
Yeah, Howard
He
Hughes.
loves playing.
Right,
They were
yeah.
like, "Hey, we gotta move all the urine jars from this scene, Howard. Can we do that? Is there any way we
There's
can
too many
please-"
germs on this set.
You got it. Okay.
I watched Great Outdoors recently, John. Oh,
It's so good.
Wonderful.
It's so he's a treasure. He's a treasure in Home Alone. Like I think he was like one of
Yeah.
my
Of
favorite
course.
parts in Home Alone.
Yeah.
I secretly
just forget about him.
I love the idea. There was like a fan theory that his character in Home Alone is
Is the
actually his
same.
character from Planes,
Yeah.
Trains, and Automobiles.
Yes.
But I think it's like they've got different names.
Dude.
It
You
just
can
it would have been
just-
so
you can
good if
just
they
do
just
that.
done it.
It would
It's
just
all the
do
same
it.
fucking. What is it? Shermer, Illinois is where all the
Yeah.
Hughes movies take place. It's like
Yeah.
a fake place. Anyway,
It's
You
beautiful.
can do that with a lot of movies.
I
Like,
know,
It's
it-
not true.
it's-
It's like the Pixar theory about how they're all
Yes.
connected. It's
That's
like
so
it's probably not
ridiculous.
true, but it's fun.
Yeah,
it's
but-
fun. It's fun to
Molly
connect it.
Ringwald played the tarantula in Home Alone.
she did. That was her. Yeah.
Oh my god, I
know if
forgot
you
about
know
that.
She's
But did you know that?
versatile.
Here's the thing. Do you know that Emilio Estevez was gonna be the tarantula, but he couldn't do it
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
account of the
on
drugs.
account of the drugs.
You heard about-
Actually, I think he might have been the one that didn't do that.
Oh,
of
he's the only
Sheens.
one that wasn't
He's
into
the
drugs?
only one. That, I don't know.
Oh.
I can't speak.
Did you
to
hear
that.
about
I
the
can't keep my
story
Estevez's and Sheens.
of Buzz's girlfriend's picture in Home Alone?
Yeah, that was great.
Woof.
It's
Who
it's
is
a
it?
guy.
It's a
boy.
guy.
It's Buzz.
Oh, is it the
Is it
actor?
Buzz?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Buzz.
Wearing a wig?
Because they
'Cause he
didn't
felt
wanna,
bad.
They didn't want to
saying-
insult a girl.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
funny. Wow, that's very
But
woke.
it's like a really.
It's why I say woof so much. Buzz, your
woof.
girlfriend, woof. And that's why I adopted woof real hard. But it is a great film.
I'll sometimes be
Thanksgiving.
by myself and I will just say, "Keep the change, you filthy
filthy
animal."
animal. Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
so
I love
good.
it so much.
It's so good.
Those are great films.
Dylan and I have a weird thing where he and this is it's been a huge point of contention in our marriage. He thinks that Home Alone 2 is better than Home Alone 1.
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Absolutely
That's
not.
it. That's the end
Home
of the
Alone 2,
conversation.
he straight up murders them.
Yes.
Like they would.
No, it's
someone needs to
full
go
death.
through and
Myth
and
bust
see
that.
how many times they actually would have died. Because in the second one, he throws a brick
Yes.
off of a building and hits them in the face.
In the face.
That is a brutal
Well, also,
death.
again, a
The
paint-
cops are going to be like, we got to cover this up fast because
Yeah.
this kid is a psycho.
Yeah.
The weirder thing is that one, I'm positive he became an engineer. Like, there's no, if he didn't,
Oh,
I'll be
you've
very
heard the theory that
upset.
he becomes Saw, right?
That
Oh, yeah,
makes
the Jigsaw
most
killer,
sense.
yeah.
He's Jigsaw.
That makes
he
the most
became
sense.
the
But also,
director of all
a paint
the,
can is like
OK Go
7
videos.
pounds. Yeah. Oh my God.
That's very good.
legacy.
That's very good.
You're not going to believe what
Yeah.
this kid did. He made a viral video later.
Oh my
Definitely his
God.
parents paid off the police with those deaths.
Those
for
parents,
sure.
I'm sorry. Yeah, because also after
Yeah, it's
after
full of
losing him in New
murder.
York, no, those parents, he's getting taken away from those
Also, I
parents.
hate to be petty. You can call me what you will, but I
Okay.
really I cannot watch 2 anymore because Trump's in it.
Can we talk about Little Rascals
I
too?
just
talking
can't. I
about
just
this.
can't.
Little
I will
Rascals,
never
he's
watch
the
it again.
dad of the villain.
Yes.
Donald
kid.
Trump is?
Yes.
Trump
I can't
is.
do it.
Steve, just
No.
don't watch that scene.
No, we
No,
just
I
did
just
this.
I know, but it's like
'Cause he's
why
helping
even
him and
bother? Why
everything.
even bother?
Tim Curry.
I know I love Tim Curry, but I'll watch fucking Congo before I watch Home Alone 2.
Oh my
Those,
God.
are those the
Wait,
only two movies that he
might-
was in that?
around
Because he
that
was in
time?
Little Rascals, and then he's in that.
That's probably
Steve,
more.
Wait,
Can
you're
you-
talking about Trump still, or are you talking
Trump,
about?
yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know. I don't want to look that up, but I thought we were talking about Tim Curry because I
Wait.
would gladly talk about Tim
Wow,
Curry.
you treat
some more.
Trump like some people treat exes, where it's like, I don't want to see.
I just,
wanna
you know what?
see
Out of
him.
sight,
I'm
out of
trying
mind.
not to go down that
Cannot.
rabbit hole.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I will treat him that way.
Steve, can you do me a favor? Can you
Fair.
please change your Twitter bio to I would rather watch Congo than watch Home Alone 2? Just for me. I need this in my bio, just
dude,
without context.
Also, as far as Tim Curry's concerned, we have It, we have Rocky
Oh, we have
Horror,
so
we have
many.
Clue,
Yeah, he's got a
Clue.
million.
Clue's my
million.
favorite Curry.
Yeah.
Legend.
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 Oh yeah, Darkness is
He's
such a good
incredible
character.
in Legend.
yeah.
That's one that I hope it gets remade.
That's
and
a
I know
movie
that
that
very rarely people
Shane
want
has
things
never
to get
seen.
remade.
I'm gonna put money
You don't
on
think
it.
you've seen Legend with young
I
Tom
have seen the
Cruise?
beginning of Legend.
Huh?
Legend is
I've not
great.
seen all of it though. and
I'm
so-
ready for you to see Legend. It's great. It's also a fantastic Thanksgiving film, if you know anything about
Okay,
it.
so we stumbled on a topic on accident. And Plane, Trains, and Automobile is one of them. What is your movie that bridges the gap between Halloween and Christmas? Before
I
you-
think it
you
is
jump
Planes,
in.
Trains, and Automobiles
It is
for me.
Also, there's. I'm weird in this way, and I start Harry Potter.
Harry
They
Potter's kind of
always-
weirdly a Christmas. Well, it always has a
is
Christmas.
Christmassy feel, but
section.
it feels a little like.
I have that
But
like.
does that bridge between Thanksgiving and Christmas? Or you're talking about between Halloween and Christmas? Between
the
Halloween and
movies
Christmas?
that get you fill the gap before you're
Yeah,
like
it's
jumping into
tough.
Elf?
I went to
and-
Nightmare
Jumanji.
Before-
Jumanji
Nightmare Before
was
Christmas
real
is a good one.
Nightmare Before Christmas is interchangeable during Halloween
Yeah,
and Christmas.
that's
That-
almost more of an extension of that because that starts in October.
I do like to watch, like, if we're talking Christmas straight up, I like watching Gremlins. Gremlins
Yeah,
is like a
of
straight up
course.
Christmas movie.
Yep.
Die Hard, even though I know
Always.
Bruce Willis was like, it's not a Christmas movie, it's
He
a
doesn't get
Bruce
to- he
Willis
doesn't get to
movie.
decide that.
No, he
No,
doesn't.
and
Bruce,
also,
it's
of
a
course
Bruce
he's gonna
Willis,
say
but like there's
that.
no
I know.
other actors
I
in
know.
that movie.
Fuck you, Bruce
Do you know what
Willis.
Bruce Willis did when he did that roast? He proved that you don't want to hang out with Bruce Willis.
Exactly.
Yes.
Don't meet your heroes.
Don't meet your heroes. Yeah.
At least when they're 70 and dying.
Yeah, yeah.
He was so mad in that roast. You're like, baby.
Yeah, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, I
It's
think
a-
is a
it
good,
is a
good
perfect-
Thanksgiving-ish.
Where's your Google on the Thanksgiving movie?
All right, let's see.
I hear what
You know
you're
what's not
saying.
a bad one? No. Never mind.
I hear what you're saying with Harry
Was
Potter.
it Saw
Lee.
2
I was
as
gonna
well?
say I realized it was Miracle on 34th Street because it starts in Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but that works.
But that's still like at Thanksgiving.
It's still a Christmassy one.
Okay,
I see
so
what you're
guys,
saying
I've
with
got... I
One
got
sec.
Okay,
I
sorry.
hear what you're saying with Harry Potter because I feel that same way about Lord of the Rings because they came out
Agreed.
during the holidays, and I'm just
okay.
used. They make me feel
Yeah.
like
Star Wars
that time.
movies kind of have that
Ooh.
for me too. 'cause
They came out-
just the old Star. I feel like it's old movies, 80s movies.
Yeah, maybe
specifically,
that's
because when
it.
you're young, at least for me, like around that time is when like a lot of those channels would be replaying
Those
old
marathons and
movies.
stuff.
Yes.
And so that's in the fall is when you're hanging out watching more TV, and
nice.
these younger
God.
younger generations won't have that because you just always can choose.
And you're always
But for me, it was
streaming
the movies
things,
that that were just on. They were just on constantly. It's why A Christmas Story is still
baby.
like such a big thing because it just plays
Seared in my
nonstop.
brain.
Also, Twilight Zone.
I was
marathons,
literally
yeah.
just about to say
Whoa.
Twilight Zone.
Wow, no shit.
Crazy.
I was
It's
just
like we're
about
in the
it's
Twilight
like we're
Zone.
in the you're about to enter
Whoa.
a scary door.
Shayne!
Yeah. coolest
Steve, what were you
insight.
gonna say?
It's been
What if that's what my mom heard? She's like, I think it said your name.
I have Esquire's 20 best Thanksgiving
I'd like to
movies.
hear it.
Oh my gosh.
And we can
I'm
start,
on pins
um,
and needles. Let's go 10-1.
I don't think they're doing it that way. Let me see if I can go backwards. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go backwards. The New World.
Okay.
Okay, we're
This
ex-naying
is-
this list right now.
Yeah, that was
Grumpy Old Men.
Okay.
Oh,
Jack
that's
Lemmon
actually
and
not
Walter
a bad one.
Matthau.
That's
I've
not a
not
bad
seen
one.
them.
Oh,
Okay.
it's
Oh,
a
you should
classic.
watch it.
It's
It's good.
No, it is good because they're a duo that it needs.
Platoon.
Outbreak.
Birth of a Nation.
Break. Contagion.
Human Centipede.
Scent of a Woman.
28 Days.
Scent of a Woman.
No.
Says
I'm
over the
sorry.
course of a Thanksgiving weekend, Chris O'Donnell's prep school student
All
comes of
right.
age.
Move it on.
Hannah and her sisters.
That's yes.
This
Woody
list-
Woody
So sad.
Allen's 1986
Yes.
comedic drama.
This list is canceled.
Oh, Dutch. Remember Dutch?
Dutch is a good one.
With fucking Ed O'Neill from
Yes.
Married with Children. Wow, I haven't seen Dutch since I was
It's a
kid.
road trip movie. He's got to
Shayne
go
and I
pick up
both
his
have
kid,
no idea.
his stepson, and like do a road trip to bring him back home.
Real Steel.
Nobody's Fool with Melanie Griffith and Bruce Willis.
Demolition Man.
Alice
Deja Vu.
Robot Jocks. Alice's Restaurant.
This
God,
what
this
is
is-
this
keep
hipster
going, keep
list?
going.
Okay, The Day Trippers.
This is bad.
Hope Davis. Adam's Family Values.
Yes.
Okay.
That is it. Remember, because it's like, eat me.
Yeah,
Hey,
da,
it's
da, da,
Thanksgiving
da, da.
Day.
Those movies
Eat
are
me.
great. Those movies are so
that
good.
is such
We
a good
won't
one.
stay
Okay,
fresh
but
for
it's
very long.
So
So eat us before we finish this song.
I feel like a lot of old like Tim Burton movies, maybe.
Yeah, maybe like Big
Edward
Fish or
Scissorhands.
something.
yeah, big.
Big Fish. I loved Big Fish when that came out in theaters.
Son-in-law is on this list.
Oh, I
Son-in-law.
forgot about
I secretly
Son-in-law.
love all of
I
those.
do.
early
I don't
90
remember
Pauly Shore
Son-in-law.
movies. They're so good.
Biodome.
Loved it.
I have not seen it as an adult.
In
I
the
don't
Army
think I
now.
should.
I don't think I should either. Look, I'm going to be honest.
Jury
There was
duty.
a phase where Brendan Fraser and Pauly Shore, and I'm going to say this, and I will get shit, like formed a little part of my comedy brain, like fully
Yeah.
in like 100%.
Well, the spooky Christian Baldwin is in Biodome, and that
Steven.
one bums me
Steven.
out. Yeah.
So is Kylie Minogue. Pauly
Kylie Minogue is so
Pauly
hot in
Shore owned comedy
Yes.
in Hollywood
Yeah.
for like 2 to 3 year
Yes.
gap there.
In
And I
Encino
was
very
Man.
funny.
Like 93, 94.
Oh, see, because I was gonna say I don't.
So remember in the army
know
now?
this.
Oh, yeah.
Funny. Very funny.
Jury
The
duty.
Weasel.
Yeah.
Jury duty.
Encino Man.
Yeah.
God.
I've never seen any of these movies.
Have you guys? No, that's gonna go way too long.
Okay.
Because I was gonna talk about the new Adam Sandler thing, and
I'm
you
so excited for
watch
that.
it. There's a really beautiful thing where he talks about Chris Farley, and it messes me
I
up.
The
because
list
I feel
also
like
says-
Chris Farley is that was John Candy of art.
Funny People. That Judd
Yes.
Apatow movie. I liked that movie.
Me too. It was all right.
The House of Yes.
What are
Yes.
these?
I don't
Yeah.
know what's happening.
Yeah. Okay.
Pieces
Also,
of April.
Oh, this is
Is
awesome.
the
Ooh,
nut
The
job?
Ice Storm. The Ice Storm.
No.
That movie is so fucking good. Ang Lee directed it. It's got fucking Kevin Kline and Christina Ricci. And
I've
like,
never seen it.
Oh, that movie's so good. Elijah Wood's in it. Fuck, I need to see this movie again. Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
I was gonna say that
Yes,
earlier.
good
Yeah.
and then
I also think
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Just Friends is also.
Oh, it
high
is
up there.
a
It's
really
good one.
good
That's a
Christmas
great
one
movie.
for me.
Home for the Holidays.
Yes, with Holly Hunter.
Holly Hunter,
Yes.
Anne Bancroft, Robert Downey Jr., Dylan McDermott.
Yes, it is actually.
It's one of
really-
those like these
it's also-
families hate each other, but they're together in the
Here's the
holidays.
thing, though.
type of
I
movies.
will say that movie feels like I need to rewatch it again. But for me, that felt like way ahead of its time with the like female lead acerbic dry. Like that felt like way ahead of its time on that sense because it's funny. It's written very funny. It's written very that. But I think a lot of people were like, "Where's our Julia Roberts? Like, be cute or get out." But now it would make perfect sense.
Do you guys remember Curly Sue?
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember liking it.
It
But
was good. Do you remember how she later on went on The Voice and won?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow,
Wait,
Mamma
what?
Mia.
Yeah, the girl from Curly
The girl
Sue.
who played Curly
Allison
Sue?
Stone.
Oh, I didn't know that's her
Stoner or
name.
something like that.
Really?
Yeah, she went on The Voice and she like crushed it. She like is really incredible. She's really talented. She won that season.
Was that it? Was that your topic?
No, but it turned into it, and I think we're good.
I love that.
I think that was good.
All right, guys, we got another sponsor. Woo!
Uh-oh.
This is a
And
sponsor
it's books.
we've talked about. We've talked about this great sponsor before. I'm talking, of course, about Honey. Nobody wants to feel like they're overpaying while shopping online. I certainly don't, and
No,
I'm a
ma'am.
human being, and I think you don't either. But did you know that there's an easy way to always get the lowest price? It's called Honey. Honey is a free shopping tool that automatically saves you money by searching the internet for the best promo codes whenever you shop online. That means you get the best deals without even trying on all your favorite sites like, guess this, Amazon, eBay,
I love that.
Forever 21,
My favorite.
Walmart,
Oh,
Etsy,
Etsy.
J. Crew, Sephora, and more. In fact, guys,
Sephora.
Honey has already saved listeners of this very podcast,
This one.
the Valleycast, an average of $31.83.
Hello.
Oh my God, that's my favorite number.
It saved us a lot of money too, baby.
Lee, you
did.
use Honey on the
I
regular?
use Honey on the regular. This is in no way. I'll go through and I'll go shopping, and then literally I will forget Honey, and then he'll just pop up as this sweet little anthropomorphized coin.
Kind of like a voice in your head that shouts out my name.
Yeah, and he goes, Honey,
Don't forget about me.
Honey. But he'll literally sit there and go like, hee hee hee. and he's
Lee,
like,
let me
"Save
ask you this
money."
question. What did you buy on Honey?
Recently, I purchased some chairs for our office, our very office here. Very comfortable chairs. And Honey just popped up and said, I'm going to save you a ton of money. And he really did. He just popped
How
up.
much did you save?
Honestly,
Did
like,
you save on fashion, pet supplies, travel, furniture for the new
furniture
office?
for the new office? I did. I saved on furniture for the new office. I saved about 20% on it. It was close. It was a lot of money.
And the best part is
Significant amount.
that Honey works on
Actually, more like
practically
30%.
excuse me, Honey
Sorry.
works on practically anything. Did you know that? So you
True.
might want to just check it out yourself. And Honey does it all for you. It always applies the biggest discount right at checkout. And Honey has over 10 million members and over 100,000 five-star reviews, guys. Isn't that insane? There's
It is.
no reason to not add Honey to your browser today. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/Valleycast. That's 2 words, joinhoney.com/Valleycast. Honey is the easiest way to save money while shopping online, and I
It is.
guarantee it.
I need to get
The other thing that Honey
it,
does
Shayne.
in a really treasure of a way is that it'll let you know if you've got the best deal. And that's my favorite thing ever is that you don't have any of that shopper FOMO. You don't have anything that it just literally goes like, you got the best deal. We scan the world for coupons. There's none out there. You're getting the best deal. And you
Yeah.
just get to just leisurely buy all the things you want to buy.
All we want is for you to have the best online shopping experience possible and save a little coin.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's true.
I think someone's going to J. Crew later today.
Hey.
Gray baby.
Have
Yep.
some fun.
You
It's
get that
gray
gray
baby.
baby
Gray
line.
baby attire.
Get that
Gravy.
gray baby line.
Oh, yes.
Last thing I want to we can jump through this quick because I saw it last night.
I'm burning up.
This is day after
I'm burning
Halloween.
alive.
What
It's
was
hot.
the
It's very hot.
What was the best Halloween costume you saw yesterday? Not character, but most creative. I'll kick it off by saying the coolest thing that I saw was this kid walking down the street. He was pants. This kid was
How come kids have great
Because
costumes?
they have the imagination to literally be like,
pants.
what do you want to
He
be for
went-
Halloween? He goes, I want to be pants.
He
I'm
went as a
pants.
pair of jeans, and let's say
Love
this
it.
kid was like 5'6". The jeans were
Love
like
it.
6'2", so they were
Love it.
taller than him. But he put like a box on his head, so
And
that
were
the
his
jeans
legs
would
the
go up.
legs?
Yes, so he was the legs, and just
He was
walked
just
on jeans.
pants.
He was just
Just
pants, and I think he had like eye holes
Please
near
tell
the
me I got a
breast.
picture of that.
Incredible.
I
Got
didn't,
it.
but it was
Why?
so good. I
love
saw
it.
pants walking down the street, and it was my favorite.
Why didn't we
Favorite.
just
When he
take
grabs
a
Kenny, he
picture?
just like reaches his hand out of the fly.
Zip. Why didn't you take a picture of a
Love it.
child in the street in the middle of the night, Joe?
yeah.
Hold
Michael
still,
Myers,
hold
follow
still.
him.
Click, click.
I didn't see too many costumes, but Whitney Moore was dressed like that thing from Big Mouth, that
Hormone
demon,
monster.
the hormone monster, and she looked fucking fantastic.
She was the
It's
female
great.
hormone.
She was the
Female
female
hormone.
horn monster.
She
and
wasn't this kind of
No, it
Dude,
wasn't Marie.
she looked so great. And also, I have to shout out to Alana, who was like a perfect gadget from Rescue Rangers.
That's so good.
I mean, and she was just like, she looked so good. And I was just like, this is
Wow, that's a deep cut.
childhood dreams come true
It's a
seeing
very
her
deep
dressed
cut.
that way. It was such a deep cut.
Jeez.
That is a deep
And I
cut.
was just like a shitty Dale. It was so shitty. It was just
yeah,
like a onesie.
I didn't want to say anything.
Aw.
I know. You didn't have to say it. I know it was shitty. But next to her, it looked better.
Yeah, that's fair. She really heightened
She killed
you
it.
up, man.
She killed it. She
She's
looks
your
so good.
lamp. But I walked the West Hollywood street. West Hollywood is like famous for having like
They go
huge
nuts.
costume parade. It's insane.
That's awesome.
And it's madness. Literally like thousands upon thousands of
I've
people.
heard it called the Bermuda Triangle
It is
because
so
it's just
terrifying.
like
It
it's
is.
dumb.
And also, we get to the point now because Delma and I used to live right in the thick of it, and so we went every year for years and years and years. But we literally are to the point now where it's like, if you get lost, goodbye.
Yeah, I'll see you at
like
home
if you
in a
miss
couple
the
hours.
group, good. Like there's no
Yeah.
waiting.
There's
we
no
don't. We
backtracking.
can't. No, it's
No,
literally
you
just like,
can't.
do you remember how to get home? Okay, goodbye.
Yeah.
Everyone for themselves. I saw really weird ones. The cooler ones are the ones that people put a bunch of stuff in. There was a weird like golden eagle dude that had like 17-foot wings.
Cool.
The one that I saw that I thought was like why, but also really creative was it was a porta potty. And the guy had the porta potty on, and he was Ronald McDonald pooping in the porta potty. And then his legs, in the back of it, his legs became, in the back, was like, in the back, like, I guess, shit eating out of the porta potty was the Burger King guy.
Oh my god!
What the fuck?
Wow. Well,
And
okay.
That's
his
so
legs
intricate.
It was so intricate. His legs became the Burger King guy that was like holding the porta potty as like
Just
Ronald
weird.
McDonald
Eating
was
Ronald
shitting
McDonald
in it.
shit.
And it was also like all
Guy's
of us
passionate about fast food.
passionate about fast food. Also like so much work.
Are you
went
sure
into
this person didn't like escape something?
No, it's.
Like,
I mean,
needed to
so
go
much
back?
work was fully put into it, and we just loved it because we were like, "What is like what? Where do you stand? Like, why is it such a
Yeah,
conviction?"
what's
that
the
you're like,
what's
What
the
do you
message
call?
here?
What do
I
you
have
call
no idea.
Burger King eats shit?
Burger
Yeah.
King eats shit.
Eats McDonald's shit.
McDonald's.
McDonald's
shit.
makes you shit, and Burger King eats.
But
that
also,
shit.
I don't know if he was just carrying the porta potty or if he was
That's
eating the
Ba-da-ba-ba.
porta potty.
Obviously, that's the message.
eat shit.
Our favorite thing that happened though is that as we saw that, and the guy was like walking around, and people were like taking pictures, being like, "What is this?"
The fuck is
My
this guy?
favorite was just this girl that was like, "Hey, Ronald McDonald!" Just waving.
Hey, pooping Ronald McDonald!
Just like, hey, cool. And he's
Weird.
like waving. That was the one that we thought where we were like, what's the thing of like, what are you going to be for Halloween? Oh, I got it real good this year, guys. I'm going to be in a porta potty as Ronald McDonald shitting into Burger King guy's mouth. And you're like, cool. But that was the one that I thought was very
That's insanity.
insane.
Shane, did you see anything worth noting?
A friend of mine dressed up as the Paul Smith's pink wall. He just had a
That was
box.
good. That's good.
Just had a box and
That's
just painted
really
it
good.
pink.
Oh, I don't
And Paul
understand
Smith.
that.
Paul Smith, the
That's
pink
the
wall
Melrose.
is the famous.
Oh, got
Yeah,
it.
he was
The
just that,
pink
which
wall.
I'm like,
that's
that's
pretty
an
great.
LA thing.
That's great.
I get it. Other than that, I didn't really see much.
I was so happy when that was vandalized.
Yeah. Oh, I wish it had stayed
What did it say
vandalized.
on it too?
Oh, what did it
It said
say?
like eat shit or something.
Yeah.
No, it said, I think it was like a dig against selfies. which
Yeah,
was pretty
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Oh, go fuck
Oh,
your
go fuck
selfie.
your
Fuck your selfie, yeah.
Go fuck
That's
your
what it
selfie.
was.
Which
Yeah.
probably upped the attendance by like
Yeah.
3 times.
Let
Yes.
people have their fun on their dumb pink wall.
You
Who
know what
gives
I-
a shit?
I every time because we drive by it when we go home. Every time we do, I roll it down. It's our favorite thing to do. I just scream sheep outside our car window. It's a sheep.
I just thought of the most topical. This is what I would have if I could go back in time. I would have been a girl like dressed in black. With black hair and everything, holding a red balloon, and the bottom half of me would be all torn up and stuff, and I would have been the Banksy.
Oh, that's real good.
That's really good.
I would have done
That's
that.
real good.
That's if I could go back in
really
time,
good.
I'd have done that.
I did
Wait,
see
do
one
you
on
want to
the-
shout it into there to me?
I saw one online, and it was like a big vagina, and the where the clitoris would be was someone with like the Pennywise the clown face.
Gross.
And
And they
she's a
were called
clit.
clit.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. Oh, that's so special. I was a shame wizard. Joe doesn't like it.
He should
It.
have had that, but he just had a little mouse face, and he could have been Stuart Clittle.
Oh, I love Stuart. Shane, I'm doing that next year. Thank you very much.
Stuart
I was
Stuart
gonna
Little.
do Jizzy Gillespie, but
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the dad from Drake and Josh. That's what I'm being for next Halloween.
With a megaphone just making orgasm
I'm
You're gonna watch me come.
All right, well, let's kill this shit.
Yeah.
Shayne Topp.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
our
Yes,
guest.
thank you.
You guys are
Shane,
great.
do you have any shout
Great
outs? Where do
baby
you want us
Shayne
to find
Topp.
you?
You can find me on Smosh and Smosh Pit
Hell
on
yeah.
YouTube, and then I'm Super Shane on Twitter, and then Shane
Shane in the
Topp
membrane.
Spell
on
out that
Instagram.
Super Shane. You got a good Twitter. People got to go check it out.
At
a great
Super Shane. It's literally all one word. Super Shayne.
SUPERSHAYNE.
My
There you
name
go.
is
There
weird.
he is.
SHYNE.
Yeah, they got a Y in that name.
Go check it out. He's a funny
Yeah.
man.
I like Twitter a lot.
Yeah, his tweets are.
I try to
masterpiece.
stick with the weird comedic part of Twitter because the other part of Twitter is just telling
Sucks.
me how the world is ending
Yeah.
every day.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you did tweet one that I really liked this morning that was, it's Christmas now.
I woke up at 7 a.m. and I was like, it's
Your
Christmas
tweets
now.
are a welcome addition to my timeline that could be full of political things. And
Oh,
full
it's
of,
so
like,
dark.
Shane stays away from politics for the most part, but one of my favorite Shane tweets is at Donald Trump. What was it? You suck at karate.
I was tweeting. I did that for a bunch of his tweets
That's
because
so funny.
Because people, the one thing I despise Donald Trump, and I'm not afraid to say that. But the one thing I was noticing is
hot
like
take.
people would be tweeting at him, and if someone accused him of something, he would come back full on the opposite. So it's like someone would say like, "Oh, he's got small hands." He'd be like, "I have great hands." Everyone knows my hands are great. So I was like, all I want is so I'll just be like, I hear you're bad at karate. I hear
You just
reports are saying
wanted-
you're bad at, I just wanted him to tweet like,
You wanted him
people
to
are saying I'm bad at
acknowledge-
karate. I'm very good at karate. That was my dream, and I gave up on it eventually. But
Dude, we should just start getting everyone in our audience
We just
to
need
tweet
to
at
get
Donald Trump,
people
you suck at karate,
Yeah.
and we'll get this thing going.
Karate, yeah.
man.
God, I would love it if that was the thing that tipped everyone over in embarrassment. They were like, "Remember when he put out that karate video?" It was just so
Just
bad.
him doing karate.
Just like him.
What I was gonna say is I despise him, but the one thing I love about 2018 is I'm like, on Twitter, I can get on my phone
Yeah.
right now and tweet an insult at the President of the United States.
Yeah.
And there's a chance he might read it and be pissed off
Be
about
pissed off
it.
about
Like, there's
Yeah.
a
Well, you
chance. There's a chance. And I
condition it
love
with-
that
What a weird
fact.
time
I
we
love
live
that
in.
fact.
Like,
Yeah.
you can tweet an insane thing. to
Because
him.
he's retweeting insane people.
I just
So I'm
burped
like,
really
God.
intensely.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
that was
gotta
a
get
lot.
out.
Well, listen, guys, thank you so much for listening to the Valleycast. Shane, you're the best.
You guys are the best.
For those of you listening to this and you are our patrons, thank you so much for being a patron. You got this podcast early. You also got the full uncut video version of this podcast where you can see Shane's handsome muscles and face. And you can get a
And his
chopped up version
brain.
on that on youtube.com/thevalleyfolk, or you can go to patreon.com/thevalleyfolk and join that super exclusive sweet club. Also, December 16th is a Sunday, and in New York City will be the Valley Folk Live.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
We're
we're
playing
so
at
excited. So cool.
what's the name of the venue?
Bell House.
The Bell
House.
House
That's
in
very
Manhattan.
No,
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, sorry. But yeah, if you're in New York, if you're anywhere near New York, come see us. We're going to be doing some special stuff. It's going to be like a Christmassy kind of
Yes,
show.
special. It's like a Christmas special. Yeah.
We're going to do a variety of things, songs, maybe some special appearances
Little
here
meetup,
and there.
maybe a little Q&A.
Little
We'll figure it
meetup,
out.
Q&A. We're
Yeah.
just going to, whatever happens, we're going to have a lot of fun. So check out ticketfly.com to get those tickets.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Anyway, anything else?
No, I think we're good.
no, man.
We love you.
I think we know what we need.
Well, I think
I
I
don't
think
know.
I know
mean,
what we
I
need.
think we know. What
Sometimes
we
I feel like
I
we
think we
do a
know.
bit so long that
I
it doesn't
think
necessarily even come back to like.
You know what?
Hit us
Let's
in a
not
good
do
way.
it. Let's
Yeah.
do a curveball. Let's go out.
I think that's a good
Shane,
idea,
if you
too.
had one thing to say to all those kids out there,